Alright, Shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites. We come in, week out to prophesy the downfall and total annihilation of this wicked, simple kingdom called America. Before we go any further, we all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone, teaching us the truth, the 100% truth according to the Bible, who rule well, and peace and blessings to reflect of the nation of Israel. And we're going to start off like we always do with the real 12 tribes of Israel. First and foremost, you got Judah, the so-called Negroes, Benjamin, the so-called West Indians, Levi, the so-called Haitians, Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, Zebulun, the so-called Guatemanians, the Panamanians, Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, Manasseh, the so-called Cubans, Gad, the so-called North American Indian tribes, Reuben, the so-called Semio Indian tribes, Naphtali, the so-called indigenous people of Argentina to Chile, Asher, the so-called indigenous people of Colombians and Uruguayans, and last but not least, you have Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. If you see yourself on the sign according to the seed of your father, your seed line, and you are children, you are a child of the Most High. You are a Hebrew Israelite according to the Bible. And that seed line has to go back to your on the side of your father. Just like that. On the side of your father. Isaiah 30:36. And the most important thing as a Hebrew Israelite that you're supposed to be doing these last days is gather up this knowledge into your storehouses, into your mind. Just as when the Lord put the spirit on Joseph, to instruct Pharaoh what they should do. The 7 years of plenty and the 7 years of famine. Because there's going to be a famine of the word.
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Yes, so the wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures, the holy scriptures, the holy Bible, the knowledge of what to do, the instructions of life, this is what's going to keep us stable when all hell is breaking loose, This is going to give us a peace of mind. Yeah, Romans 15:4. Someone can get that? Read that from the top.
Isaiah 33, verse 6.
Actually, get your precept, bro, and then get Romans.
This is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 13. Take fast hold of instruction.
Yeah, and that's what we giving our people. Instruction, the instruction of the scriptures, of how to live your lives. What is well-pleasing in the sight of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahushai being the name of His only begotten Son. Go ahead.
Yeah. Proverbs 4:13. Take fast hold of instruction. Let her not go.
Yeah, don't let her go. When you receive instruction, take heed to it. Take heed and make a change. The fear of Yahweh Shema Shah is supposed to motivate our people to make a change.
That's right. It says, keep her.
Yeah, keep her. Yahweh Shema Shah is giving you this knowledge. Do everything you can to hold on to her. Keep her. Go ahead.
That's the spirit. Just like how that dude is holding on to that one. That's how we need to do when it comes to wisdom. Hold on. But that man doesn't hold on. He's through.
Yeah, because he's blind.
He's blind, yeah. This is Proverbs 4:13. It says, for she is thy life.
Good.
Enter not into the path of the wicked.
Yeah, because why? The path of the wicked is going to lead to destruction. So this is our life. This is the way we're supposed to go. We're supposed to be on that straight and narrow path while the rest of the world is partying, drinking, having fun. Get Ecclesiastes 7 and 2. We're supposed to be in the house of mourning,
That's right.
Where we go?
Ecclesiastes 7, verse 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
Yeah, so you're supposed to be in the house of mourning. We up here are mourning. We're sighing and crying out here on the highways and byways. Scriptures say wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the streets, So we're out here sighing and crying unto the God of the Bible, Yahweh Shema Shai, asking Him to come back and save us from this captivity.
Quick precept. Proverbs 8:1. Doeth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice?
Yeah, you know, that's a question. Does not wisdom cry and understanding put forth her voice, you know? So, that understanding is being taught by men. Just like I told you in Acts, the 8th chapter, how can I unless some man shall guide me? You know, when Philip went to the Ethiopian unit, you know, which was an Israelite, you know, how can I except some man shall guide me? So what? The Lord has the men, his shepherds, also that passes according to my heart, which shall feed them with knowledge and understanding out here on the highways and byways, week in and week out. You know, no matter the condition, you know, we must come out here.
Yep. Verse 2, it says, she standeth in the top of the high places, by the way in the places of the paths. She cried the gates at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors.
See, at the entry of the city, and that's where we're at. We're at the beginning of the city. This is the entrance to downtown, you know, and that's where wisdom is crying. That's where the Lord has set his men through his spirit.
That's right.
Go ahead. Any more than that?
I can read this part. That's be it. Verse 4, Proverbs 84. Unto you, O men, I call, my voice is to the Son of Man.
Yeah, unto you, O men, I call. So we out here. We're out here to come and gather. The Lord's willing is, you know, Satan.
Man, we got out here.
Fucking shit, bro. Oh yeah.
No bueno. This is Proverbs 8:4. It says, unto you, O men, I call, my voice is to the sons of men.
So the Lord is calling men, you know? In the men, we're searching for the 144,000 to come out here and preach this word with us, you know?
Right.
Scriptures say, scriptures say the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few.
Right.
So, you know, that's what we're praying, that Yahweh Shemashai increase the laborers. You know, but through the Spirit, you know, it is being increased, you know? That's why we have the coronavirus.
Yep.
That's why we have 10% of the earth population locked down in quarantine.
Yep.
Because what? This destruction is being let loose across the four corners of the earth. Because what? The elect are being sealed, you know? Any more than that?
That was it. That was
Okay. Ecclesiastes?
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feasting.
Yeah, and look at this. You know, that's the spirit again. Look the camera on this trolley. These people right here are in the house of feast, a trolley club. You know, where you just drive around and you go to different. Yeah. Well, really not. They beer hop. They bar hop. Not beer hop. They bar hop. You know, they go to different bars and just drink beer all day. You know, they got the little bicycle on it. Oh, you're being healthy. You know, you're riding a bike. Fucking bus right here. But, read it again, bro.
Ecclesiastes 7 and 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feasting.
Then to the house of feasting. Alright, let's see why.
For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to heart.
So the end of all men is the house of feasting. You know? That party spirit living without care in the world, that's going to be the end of you. But the living, those with the wisdom, knowledge, understanding the scriptures, they're going to lay it to their heart, you know? They're going to lay it to their minds that, hey, we got to get out of that. You know, we got to go to the house of mourning. We got to sigh and cry unto the God of the Bible so he can come back and deliver us. Get Luke 18:7. We're going to prove why we should be sighing and crying. Because the elect are signing crown to the God of the Bible. You finish that up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Bring a verse for that. Those one. So verse 4. Yeah,
It's the book of Luke, chapter 18, verse 7. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him?
Yeah, so the elect, the elect are crying day and night, you know, and we have to put on like I believe it's a you know it's you know someone look at that scripture, put on as the elect of the Most High. I don't want to misquote it. You might as well look it up.
Yeah.
We got the technology, you know. It's either Ephesians or Philippians. Probably Ephesians, to be honest. Maybe not. But you know, scriptures say put on as the elect of the Most High, you know? So we need to put on as the elect, you know, and the elect are going to be in the spirit of sighing and crying unto the God of the Bible. And where are they sighing and crying? They're sighing and crying, you know, of all the abominations that be done in the midst of, you know? They're using the scriptures, which is the standard of living, and we know how it's supposed to be, you know? You got it?
Yeah. This Colossians chapter 3, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Put on therefore as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved.
Yeah, holy and beloved, you know? The rest of the world ain't sighing and crying unto the God of the Bible. You know, they're not separated themselves. So we gotta be holy. We gotta separate ourselves from this wicked society.
Here it is, yo, man. She just got out and just left this dude, man. He's there running, chasing her down. Like, oh man, that just goes to show you the man don't run nothing in this society, man.
You know, right?
Loser.
So we gotta put on the elect. The elect are holy.
Right.
You know? Hey, we gotta be, Lord's willing, we part of the elect. We gotta be holy. The rest of the world, they're in the house of that's why we're in the house of mourning. We're separating ourselves from this world. We have put ourselves in the house of mourning while the rest of the world is in the house of feasting. Read again, bro.
It's Colossians chapter 3, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Put on therefore as the elect of the Most High,
Go ahead.
holy and beloved,
Mm-hmm.
bowels of mercies,
Yep.
kindness,
Mm-hmm.
humbleness of mind.
Yeah, so humbleness of mind. You know, you see that a lot of that pride is going around in they have the circumcision, you know? Oh, I know what's right. You know, they have they are their father the devil, you know, and the lust of their father they will do. You know? Their father the talking about Esau, the so-called white man. Our people have taken on that philosophy of proud. The few, the proud, the marine, you know?
Yeah, so
Okay.
Proverbs 6 and 16. These 6 things do what the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Good.
A proud look.
Yeah, so this is the abomination unto the Lord. The Lord hates these things. Abomination is a very wicked and filthy act. You know, a proud look is one of those things. A proud look is something that the God of the Bible hates. You know, and you can see a majority of the Israelite women, you know, and then struggle down to the men. They have a proud look on about their faces, about when they go day to day. Not knowing that they are what? They're naked out here. They don't have any coverage. They're destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Yeah, the other nation can see their shame. You know, everyone can see 2/3 shame, man. So the reason why I brought that scripture out because you know brother's going in the crowd. But I'm gonna finish it out.
It's 16, 18.
Yeah. It says a lying tongue and hands that shed innocent blood. Verse 18, a heart that devises wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift and running to mischief.
Yep, that's something the Lord hates, and that's something our people are very good at, you know? Oh, we going out to party at night, you know? You know, they're gonna, what are they gonna do with those parties? They're gonna commit all type of wickedness. They're gonna be smoking weed. You know, yeah, it's not a party if someone's not smoking. You know, I don't care how many people they got around. Jake is like, oh, where the drugs at?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, what a weed man.
Yep.
You know? Oh, yeah, we got it popping now. Weed man showed up.
Mm-hmm.
That's how people think, man.
Yep.
Yes, that's something that sparks something in my mind. But maybe
Your Proverbs 16, 18?
16, 18 come.
Let me read that real quick. And then go back to Luke. Go back to Colossians, and then go back to Luke.
That's Proverbs 16 and 18. It reads, pride goeth before destruction.
So before destruction, pride is there, you know? And, you know, hey, when the Lord is going to humble everyone in the planet earth is going to be humble. Amen?
Oh, that's what it was. I may say, he's the scripture about running the mischief, right? What's the first thing Jake do when they see a fight break out? They running towards it, man. You know what I'm saying? Feet quick to run the mischief, man.
Got the iPhone out.
Huh?
Got the iPhone out, recorded it.
Yeah, exactly. You say World Star?
Yeah.
It's Proverbs 16:18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall.
And America is about to receive the greatest fall ever.
Yep.
To be lifted up and just to be brought down in 1 hour by these 200 million ICBM nuclear missiles that's going to destroy this place.
That's right.
And our people, they're in the spirit of wanting to stay here. They just want to stay here and party and fight for equality. And they're going to be destroyed for that.
Yeah, what scripture? What else scripture? It was a movie, man. I forgot, but it was a slave. He had shot his slave master, and he said the slave master, "You would never be my equal." And the slave was like, "I would never want to be equal to you." And that's the mindset you gotta have, man. You know, the Lord created us to be a special people, but Jake want to be equal. That's why they out here voting. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get their word across to the man that's destroying them every day.
It's free on the weekends, my dude.
Oh, it's free. All right, cool.
So, you want to read verse 18 again, or keep reading?
That was it, verse 18.
I can keep reading.
Okay.
Verse 19, Proverbs 16 and 19. Better is it to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoils with the proud.
And that's what we telling our people. It's better to be of a humble spirit, you know? It's better to be humble. Get James 4:9. You know, it's better to be humble. You know? You gotta feel, you know,
You got it?
a sign of remorse. You got it, bro?
James chapter 4, verse 9.
Start 6.
Starting at 6. James chapter 4, verse 6. But he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, the Most High resisteth the proud.
Yeah, wherefore he saith, the Most High resisteth the proud. You wonder why a lot of our people can't get this word? Because they're proud, you know? And that pride is going to lead to their destruction. Because the Lord isn't going to cover them in the time of destruction. Right?
But giveth grace unto the humble.
But he giveth grace, he shows his mercy unto the humble. You know, the humble are sighing and crying. The humble are a low estate. Go ahead.
Submit yourselves therefore to the Most High.
See, a lot of people don't want to submit themselves. You know, the Lord puts that yoke upon you. The scriptures told our people in what is that? Matthew 11:28 or 7:28. The Lord said, "Take my yoke, and for my burden is light." You know, so you have to submit yourself unto all of those that be laden and weary. You see here 11:28 or 7:28.
But Jake will submit to Esau quick, fast, in a hurry. Let Esau roll up on Jake, man. You know? Let Esau walk in a room. Let Esau come to their projects, man. You know, Jake will submit themselves real fast. But when it comes to the God of the Bible, the creator of Esau, Edom, along with all these other nations, including Israel, Jake don't want to submit to him, man. That just goes to show you that what our people are sottish. They're stupid, like the scriptures say, man.
Esau's their daddy, that's why.
Yeah.
It's Matthew 11:28.
Okay. You want them?
Yeah.
Matthew 11:28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Verse 29.
Yep.
The point.
Yeah. All ye that labor and heavy laden, you know? Hey, our people are catching hell in America, and the Lord is offering them rest, you know? This is the rest, you know? Wherein you may cause the weary to rest. And this is the comforter, but they were not here. You know, our people don't want to get this, they don't want the rest. They don't want the refresher. You know, they don't want to be refreshed.
Right.
You know, to become a new creature. They want to become that, they want to stay that same old nigga, you know, begging for change. You know, we're telling our people, we stand up on our feet now, you know? We're dusting ourselves off, you know? And we're coming, you guys going through, we're coming through with the righteousness of the Heavenly Father, the righteousness of Yahweh Shemon Shai.
This verse 29. Take my yoke upon you.
Yeah, when you take a yoke, you know, they put yoke upon slaves.
Right.
You know, so you gotta become a servant of Yahweh Shemon Shai. You gotta humble yourself. You know, so you take the Lord's yoke upon him, you know.
Yep. It says, and learn of me.
And you're supposed to come and learn of Yahweh Shemon Shai. You know, be willing to learn. Someone who's very proud, they are not willing to learn, you know? They think they know it all already.
Yeah.
They believe their way is better. It said, and learn of me. How do you learn the Lord? Through the scriptures. But do you just read the scriptures and receive that knowledge on your own? No, the Lord set up men.
That's right.
So you have masters in this truth, you know, but nobody wants to acknowledge that. Just like if you were a kung fu, martial arts specialist or a boxer, you have a master, you have a teacher that taught you all your moves, your skills. You know? Same thing in this truth. A sensei, a master. You know? But what? People don't want to acknowledge that. Any more than that?
Yeah.
Read that part where it says, verse 29 again.
This is St. Matthew 11 and 29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. For I am meek and lowly in heart.
Yes, so the Lord is meek and lowly in heart. You know, he has a lowly mind. The Lord Yahushua came riding in on the ass, on the donkey.
Yep.
You know, he came lowly in heart. You know, the Lord didn't come in some styling.
Right.
You know,
Some stallions.
make me king now.
Yeah.
You know, he said my kingdom is not of this world. You know, so. The Lord is meek and lowly, and that's what we gotta be. We gotta be in that same spirit.
Mm-hmm. It says, and ye shall find rest unto your souls.
Yeah, we're gonna find rest for our souls. Why? 'Cause this word is gonna give us comfort. You know, that's what you are looking for in the time of trouble, in that time of stability. You're gonna be looking for comfort.
Right.
Well, these people have put their stock in this world, you know, they have put their money in this world, you know, the things they hold dear to them in this world. We have put our stock and our time and our effort for the world to come. So when this place is being destroyed, we don't have any thing valuable here to hold on to, you know?
Right. Verse 30. For my yoke is easy.
As your kingdom is being destroyed, we're watching our kingdom being built up even more. And we're watching it build up right now by the men waking up, you know, the believers, the brothers on the comment board, you know, the brothers around the four corners of the earth, you know?
That's right.
Scriptures, the Lord said his burden is easy. You know, it's easy to serve the Lord. It's an easy thing, you know? The Lord is going to make a way for you to endure your afflictions and endure your hell, you know?
So we ask the Lord to give us strength for righteousness. Two-thirds ask the Lord for strength for wickedness, man. To endure the things that we go through. This is a light thing, man. That's why a lot
compared to what we're going to receive.
Yeah, compared to what we're going to receive, man. You got a lot of other groups out here, okay? The seasonal Israelites. They're not out here right now, man. I didn't see them. Did brother see him? I didn't see him. You know? But this is a light thing for the Lord, man. Come out here and just preach the word is what we're doing.
Yes, Scripture says, save them through the foolishness of preaching that believe.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Any more than that?
Yeah, I'm finishing out. St. Matthew 11 and 30, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
Yeah, the Lord's burden is light, you know? It ain't, come in one day a week to come out here in the highways and byways for a couple hours to preach the word. That's nothing, you know? You know, Esau wants you there for 40 hours out of the week, and then they take money out of your check, you know? So it's crazy. What were you holding, bro?
Yeah, James 4.
James 4, let's go back to that.
Oh, 9. Oh, we at 6.
So, yeah, read it from top.
James chapter 4, verse 7. Submit yourselves therefore to the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
Yeah, so you gotta. This is a fight, you know. So you gotta resist. You gotta resist Satan. Get James 1 and 12.
Yep.
You gotta resist the spiritual demon Satan. You know.
That's you.
Oh yeah, yeah, you are there. Read it real quick.
James chapter 1 verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Yes, so the scripture says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation. Because what? You know, we're going to be tempted in this thing. The scriptures say the hour of temptation is coming upon the face of the earth. But blessed is the man that endureth this temptation. You got a definition?
Well, I can get one for that one too, but for submit.
Oh, we're going to go back to that.
Let me get this real quick. I got something for you.
Okay.
It's Sirach 2 and 10, 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yeah, so if you come and serve the Lord, can you get temptation?
Oh, okay. I got endure too.
Yeah, get temptation real quick, Papa Show. Hey, read it one more time.
Yep. It says, Sirach in the Apocrypha, all right, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yeah, that's
I
what
would
I
say
was
what who's coming to your rescue then? You know? They almost come out it, man.
Read it one more time.
It's Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Now read the definition of temptation, bro.
The definition of temptation: to desire to do something, especially something wrong or unwise.
Yep.
Yeah, so you indulging in wickedness, that is something wrong and unwise. You know? Eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, following the multitude to do evil. You know, there's many things that we can name. Getting tattoos, you know, being around a bunch of niggards all day long, you know? That's unwise. But you will be tempted about those things. Oh, throwing a surprise birthday parties, being there with the cake in your hand, singing them happy birthday, you know?
Yeah.
You're going to be tempted about those things.
You're going to be tempted because, look, a lot of those, you're going to be around family members that do those things. You've been doing it your whole life, and then you come, you know, the Lord chooses you to come serve Him. Then what? You realize you got to cut that out, man. And that's a hard pill to swallow for people that the Lord chose to wake up, and you know, and to serve Him, man. It's a hard pill. That's why a lot of guys wake up and then the Lord put them right back to sleep, man.
Any more? That was the definition I wanted, actually. That was
Yeah. We went to synonyms.
Oh, no, that was the definition I wanted. Read that one more time, bro.
Yeah.
Read down the 5.
Yeah, that's the spirit. This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 1.
Yep.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Now, the way you gotta look at it is, you know, it's not just gonna be like, oh, pork is in front of you, pork is in front of you. You know, it can be a situation to where, you know, you haven't eaten all day, you've been at the job, 12-hour shift, you know, you've been catching hell all day. The spiritual demon Satan puts that adversity on you, you know? We are being tried as gold in the fire. So it's just not like not eating pork, you know. You got plenty of different options. When the refrigerator is full, you know, you got mad options, you know. You don't gotta worry about eating that. But, you know, what happens when that adversity comes upon you, you know? That's when, you know, you gotta prepare yourself, you know? And you're preparing yourself by reading these scriptures, you know? Constantly meditating on the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, so you know what to do, what is right, and that fear of the Lord is going to be that ultimate determiner whether you fear the Lord or not.
And you know, also prayer. You know, you have to pray, man. Pray is very important, man.
Yep,
You know, in that situation, you know, Yahweh Shema Shai, make a way for me to escape this. Simple, man.
Yep.
So going back to Sirach chapter 2, verse 2, it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Yes, set thy mind aright and constantly endure. You're gonna have to endure. You got that definition of endure, bro?
Because it said endure, right? Endure what? The temptation. That's what you have to endure, man. You know? But at the end of the day, the Lord said what? Follow him is a light thing. It's an easy thing, man. You know? You don't have to go out there and buy shrimp, crab, lobster. There's other meats you can eat, man. You can get some lamb. You can get some goat. All right? You can get some red snapper, man.
All right, you brother like eat meat, you might as well spend the extra dollar and get the lamb.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Might as well.
Yep. Right.
Got a definition, endure, bro?
Mm-hmm. To endure, it's a verb.
So it's an action. Okay.
To suffer something painful or difficult patiently.
Yeah, so to suffer something, it's gonna tell you be patient when now we're changed to a lower state, you know. So you're gonna have to suffer these things, you know, and it's gonna be painful, you know. But you gotta have patience, you know.
Yeah, because if I may say, when you come back to serving the Lord, you're going through a spiritual and a physical detox, man. Okay, you're detoxing yourself from the ways of the world, the doctrines that it promotes. Okay, its way of living, its way of life, and as well as a physical detox, man. You know, some brothers might have been heavy smokers. Okay, been gluttonous, doing all types of drugs, abusing their body. And when we come to serve the Lord, hey, look, man, you detox from that, man. You're cleansing your mind, your body. Okay? What was you looking for? Was that it on the definitions?
Synonyms,
The synonyms?
if you want them.
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, bro.
Go back
So,
to-
yeah, I'm going to go back to it. This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 2. It says, set thy heart aright, which is talking about your mind. It says, and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Because time of trouble is here. All right, it's only going to ramp up more, man. You know? So don't make haste when, you know, you start catching hell.
I got it.
Got it?
Yeah. The Lamentations 3:25. I'm gonna read verse 26 too. It says, "The Lord is good unto them that wait for Him, to the soul that seeketh Him. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord."
And that scripture's plain. That scripture pretty much broke itself down, man. Just be patient. You have to wait. But Jake don't want to do that because Jake has been brought up in a microwave society, man. You know? Like, literally, the food is microwavable. You know?
You know, you can go to the drive-thru and get a full meal in less than 5 minutes. You know? So we gotta patiently wait. You know, we gotta have patience. Scriptures say, "In your patience possess ye your souls." You know? I believe that's Luke.
21:36, somewhere around there.
Yep. Let's go back to Ecclesiastes.
You want to say something, Shamar? Okay. It says, Sirach, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away.
Yes, you gotta cleave on to Yahweh Shemo and Shai. You know, like we were reading earlier, you can hold on and let her not go.
Yeah.
Because Yahweh Shai is a representation of this knowledge. He's the embodiment of the word, you know?
That's right.
So we gotta cleave onto our Lord Yahweh Shai, you know, and depart another way. We gotta continue to trust in the Lord when in the time of trouble. Get Nahum 1:7 real quick.
Yep.
Whoever can get it.
It's just like those, I got it. It's just like those monkeys that be in the trees. If you ever watch National Geographic, Discovery Channel, those monkeys, those orangutans, the babies are hanging on to them, man. You know, for dear life. You know? Because they know if they don't hold on, they dropping down some feet to their death, man. That's how you have to be when it comes to the Lord, comes to this truth, comes to this wisdom, man. You better hold on.
Actually, real quick, can you finish this Colossians up so you can drop it?
Yeah.
Finish that out.
It's Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. Put on therefore as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved,
Yep.
vows of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind,
Go ahead.
meekness, and long suffering.
See, there it is. That meekness and long suffering, you know? That's something the elect has to endure. That's something the elect is going to go through. And no matter what they go through, they're going to continue to fear and trust in the God of the Bible, Yahweh Shema Shai.
That's right.
That was it.
So going back, this is Nahum 1:7. The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble,
Yes, so go ahead.
and he knoweth them that trust in him.
So the Lord is good. He's a stronghold in the day of trouble, you know? We are prisoners of hope, you know?
Yep.
And we're hoping in Yahweh Shema Shai. Scripture today, turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. So we're turning to the stronghold. We're turning unto the Lord for our protection, for things to determine. You guys are good.
I'm reading one more time. This is the book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 7. The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble.
And Jacob's trouble is coming upon the face of the earth. A time of great trouble, you know? A time of trouble is coming upon the face of the earth, but the Lord is our stronghold. He's our protection during that time. You know, and we as prisoners of hope must continue to believe that, continue to endure that.
Yep. And he knoweth them that trust in him.
Yeah, the Lord knows those that put their trust in him. So there's no, they know like Yahweh Shema Shai is going to forget you.
Yeah.
He knows you.
Yeah.
You know, you keeping his commandments to the best of your abilities.
Right.
You know, you're constantly throwing up prayers,
Right.
praying to the God of the Bible. You're constantly,
Doing what's commanded of you, man.
that's right.
You know, it's Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Fear the Lord, keep his commandments.
Yep, that's the whole duty of man.
Done.
Even more than Sirach.
Yeah. 2 more. It says, Sirach 2 and 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Yeah, so cleave on to him and depart not away, you know? You're not supposed to just put your hand to the plow and look back, you know? Nah, I started working, you know, it's a lot of hell.
Yeah.
You know, I'm good on that, you know?
I need a break.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
break.
saying? Lord,
Yeah.
Lord, you know, that's what them seasonal Israelites say, man. You know? Guys take off 10 years, you know, come back, you know?
Yeah, the Lord, look, man, the master of the household, he about to come back, you know? Lord Yahweh is about to make his second return. He's going to see, where's your work, my man?
Pull
You
up in the
know?
driveway.
Yeah.
If your parents come home, you hear them flipping the truck, you're like, oh, you try to scram and do everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's going to be for a lot of our people, man.
Yep, that's right.
Did you finish?
Yeah, it's like I was on.
Sirach 2 and 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Yeah, you know, so the scriptures say, all those that shall love godly and Yahweh shall suffer persecution. So we're going to go through different things, you know? We're going to have our names brought down in the mud, you know, pretty much, roughly. Roughly phrasing it, you know?
Yeah.
You know, the scriptures say they hate him that rebuketh in the gates, you know? So you're gonna have, when things really hit the fan, say it like that, when things really hit the fan, you know, it's gonna be a lot of, what are they saying now with the coronavirus? You know, if you have a beard on your face, you know,
Yeah.
then you can have the coronavirus in your beard. But what about the rest of your body?
What about the rest of your hair? Yeah.
Yeah, what about the hair on your head? Can you have the coronavirus with that?
Exactly.
So these are the questions, you know, Esau's nonsense is not adding up, you know? That's just we know through the Spirit that's a way for him to target the men of the Lord, the believers, you know? And that's going to be a great temptation as well. So we got to continue to trust in the God of the Bible.
That's right. It says, it says, whatsoever brought upon you, take cheerfully. Like, we encountered something prior to camp, man. You know? Look, flat tire, man. And that caused us to start late, man. You know? But hey, take it cheerfully, right?
Yeah. We didn't bug out. You can't bug out, you know?
Right. Right. It says, verse 4, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
Yeah, be patient, you know, when you're brought to a lower state. You know, we're in the lowest state now. We're in Babylon the Great. The lowest of lowest. Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, the lowest state you can be in, you know? We're at the bottom. We're the bottom. We're we're low, you know?
We're falling out of the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a hole at the bottom. We're falling out of it.
That's
You
right.
know?
And we gotta be patient because the Lord said He was gonna come back and lift us up.
Yeah.
You know, and we gotta believe that.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta believe that's why we out here, because we believe. We showing our faith by our works.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna jump down real fast. I'm gonna jump back up. Verse 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience.
Mm-hmm.
And what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you?
Yes, so those who have lost patience, you know, you're not serving the God of the Bible anymore. You start doing your own things. You know, but what are you gonna do when the words of Yahweh Shema Shai are fulfilled and He makes His second return? When Lord Yahweh Shai comes back with the band of angels, what are you gonna do when He visits you? What are you gonna do when judgment comes upon you? You know? Are you gonna call upon the Lord?
Right.
It's gonna be of no effect.
That's right. So jumping back up, Sirach 2 and 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Yeah, so what? When you put fire to gold, it takes off to impurities. And that's what we are going through. We're going through that fire. You know, we're going through that furnace of adversity. So what? We can be made perfected. When the Lord comes back, you know, and we can receive those righteous bodies, those new bodies. So we got the spiritual body is being perfected, you know. So when when the Lord comes back with those physical bodies, we can be perfected together, you know.
That's right. It says, verse 6, last verse, believe in Him, and He will help thee.
Yep.
Order thy way aright, and trust in Him.
Yeah, you can keep reading down. It
Keep
says,
reading,
believe on Him, and He will help thee. You know, so believe on Yahweh Shema Shai, and He's gonna help us. You know, He is our help. He's our shield. You know, it sounds, you know, like the Christian church, but that's the truth right there. You know, the Lord is our help. The Lord, look, we don't got no help but the Lord. You know,
That's right.
it's the God of the Bible that got us here safely today. You know, so it's the Lord that has us protected, your household protected, and things of that nature. You know.
Yep. Verse 7, ye that fear the Lord, wait for His mercy.
So ye that fear the Lord, you know, if you claim to fear the Lord, you're supposed to wait for His mercy. You know, we waiting patiently for the mercy of the Lord, you know, for Him to come back and Lord's willing, give us that everlasting kingdom. You know, but you gotta wait for His mercy. You know, in the time of trouble, the Lord is gonna show His mercy. You just gotta wait for it.
Yep. It says, and go not aside, lest ye fall.
And go not aside, lest you fall. Scripture say, give diligence to make thy calling election short, for if you do these things, you shall never fall. You know? So if you're doing what's righteous in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, you're waiting for Him. But you going aside, you're going on your own path, you know, to establish your own righteousness. Because that's the new way. You know? That is false. You're gonna fall, you know? And who's going to be there to lift you up, you know?
Sirach 2 and 8, ye that fear the Lord, believe Him, and your reward shall not fail.
Yeah, believe that what? He was going to come back, but believe that He was going to help you.
Right.
Look at Daniel in the lion's den. He had the prophet Habakkuk bring him a meal, a plate. It just appeared to him, you know? The prophet Elijah, who people were claiming not to be a man of the Lord, you know, aka John the Baptist, because the Lord Yahweh Shai came out of His own mouth that he was Elijah. You know, that means you were saying Elijah wasn't a prophet. You know, Elijah caused fire to rain down from heaven. He triumphed in the name of the Lord. So, you know, evil men and seducers are going to be waxing worse and worse, you know, just to really deceive the undesirables of Yahweh Shema Shai. The Lord clearly does not want the rebellious of our people. But look how He had the ravens come down and feed Him, you know? And brought them meals 2 times a day, you know? By the ravens. And He drank of the brook of the river. He had an endless supply of water. And only when the Lord, when He ran out of the brook of the water, the Lord had him go down and do what He had to do.
It says, Sirach chapter 2, verse 8, ye that fear the Lord, believe Him, and your reward should not fail.
Yeah, your reward is not gonna fail. You gotta Hebrews 11:6. He that comes to the Most High must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. So you gotta believe that. You know, you gotta believe that the Lord is really a man of His word.
Right.
You know, here it is. We out here in the highways and byways telling that death and destruction is coming from the God of the Bible. He's making good on that word. You know, what makes you think He's not gonna make good on His word of protecting you? You
Right.
know?
Verse 9, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy.
Yeah, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good. So our hope, our expectation, our desire is supposed to be for good. The scriptures say the hope of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. We're not supposed to just expect the Lord to destroy us. We're supposed to have that expectation, that hope, that look, you know, I've been doing everything to the best of my ability. You know, where's the things that you said that you were gonna do? You know, I put in the work for this, and the reward's supposed to be that. You know, but Jake is out here putting works towards their flesh, towards wickedness. They're gonna receive a reward of destruction.
That's right. Verse 10, it says, look at the Verse 10, look at the generations of old and see.
Yeah, look at the generations of old and see. Get Romans 15:4 now, for sure.
I'll let you get a shot.
Are you holding it?
Nah.
Okay.
Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
So we're supposed to be looking at the generations of old. You know, we're supposed to be learning from these accounts. We're supposed to be learning from the accounts that are written in the scriptures. Go ahead.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
That we through patience, that word patience goes back to long suffering. You know, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures, because like I said, and like we said earlier, through Spirit, this word comforts us. You know, the Lord said, "All you that weary, rest with us." When you're resting, you're in a comfortable state. You know. So we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. We have that hope. We have that expectation. We have that, you know, willingness to fight because we know that we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay. So going back, this is Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?
And that's the big thing. You know, trust in the God of the Bible. Do you actually trust in the Lord? You know? If you trust in the God of the Bible, you're going to do what He commanded you to do.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead.
It reads on. Or did
And
any...
if I may say, you know, the scriptures say, they that trust in the Lord shall understand the truth.
Yep.
So if you understand this truth, you know, there shouldn't be any doubt in your mind that you trust in the God of the Bible. You know?
So it reads on, Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. It says, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
Or did any abide in his fear and were forsaken? This is when that wisdom and knowledge is going to come into play. You know, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
Yep.
You know? So you having the knowledge of these things, knowledge meaning to know, knowing that all those that fear the God of the Bible, hey, they were rewarded, you know?
That's right.
They were never forsaken.
That's right.
Okay, bro?
Yep. It says, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Yeah, who ever despised that call upon him. Now those who call upon the Lord were humble. They were humble men, you know, men of truth.
Yep.
Now if the proud call unto the Lord, He just didn't hear him.
Yep.
You know? But what? The men that are called upon the Lord are the humble, the men that fear and trust in the God of the Bible.
How does it go? The Lord hears the prayers of the righteous. So I forgot the rest of
Scriptures say, "For I know that the Most High heareth not sinners."
Yeah, yeah.
But those that do His will, Him He heareth. You know.
Yep.
That's John 9:31.
So this is Sirach chapter 2, verse 11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy.
Yeah, so look, the Lord is full of compassion. The Lord is full of compassion, mercy. You know, the Lord is showing, he's pouring out that passion and mercy onto those who are trying. You know, those who aren't trying, you know, that is where the wrath of the God of the Bible is going to come in. But those who are trying, look, he's full of compassion. He's full of mercy.
That's right.
The Lord knows, you know, it's hard, you know. Boy, he's going to make a way. He's going to strengthen your spirit. You know, that's him pouring out his mercy upon you, strengthening you in your mind,
Right.
giving you that more supply of the spirit. You know, I posted that in the group chat, but I don't know where that's at. Philippians 1:18. Can you can keep going, bro.
It says, verse 11, for the Lord is full of compassion, mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful.
Yeah, the Lord, hey, look, very pitiful. If you look up that word pity, Bible shop. If brother would, you know?
You said pity. No, you said look up.
Yeah, read that Philippians 1:19 real quick.
This is Philippians chapter 1, verse 19. For I know that this shall turn to my salvation through your prayer
Go ahead.
and the supply of the Spirit of Yahushua HaMashiach.
Yeah, and the supply of the Spirit, you know, to be filled with the Spirit of the Lord. That's what's gonna through prayer and by the supply of the Spirit, you know. It means to be filled with the Spirit of the Lord, you know. So the Lord is gonna give us that supply of the Spirit when we are down. You know, we're in that lowest state. And it's going to boost us up. It's going to give us the willingness to keep fighting, just as he kept fighting, you know? Just as he endured the cross.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Back in Sirach chapter 2, verse 11, it says, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction.
Good definition of pity.
It's definition of pity. The feeling of sorrow and compassion caused by the suffering and misfortunes of others.
Yeah, so look, the Lord is seeing our sufferings, you know, and he sees that, you know, and he's gonna change those things, you know. He's gonna bring us up, you know. He's gonna cause us to the scriptures say, he that hath sown in tears shall reap and enjoy, you know. So the Lord's gonna change the state of his men from these garments of sackcloth, you know. But it's a process, you know. He's gonna get us through the time, you know. His word's gonna come to pass. He's gonna get us through. Lord's will be part of the elect during the time of Jacob's trouble, you know. And Lord's will, we get beamed up into those chairs to get those new bodies.
But Jake don't want the process. Jake doesn't want to go through the process. They just want that finished product at the end of the line. They want the end results. You know what I mean?
Because each of the words out of my mouth, that's the same thing in the world. Like, everybody want to be Kobe, everybody want to be, you know, Michael Jordan, but they don't want to do the process every day of practicing and dribbling and shooting. So it's the same thing with this truth. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
and did you want the sentence?
Yeah. Read the definition one more time.
Pity, the feeling of sorrow and compassion caused by the suffering and misfortunes of others.
You know, that means the God of the Bible sees us what we're going through down here. You know, the Lord sees the sufferings of the righteous. You know, he sees everything we're going through, everything we're suffering for his name's sake. You know,
Right.
he's gonna destroy. He's gonna come back and save us. You know, for his name's sake. The Lord's put his name upon us. You know, he's given us his commandments. He's given us his laws. You know, so he gotta come back and save us. You know, and Lord's willing, you know, we be part of the elect. That number, he comes back and delivers from America.
Right.
Yeah.
That was it.
Just the definition?
Yeah, that was it. The water.
Yep.
Read that verse again, because there was a time where it said save it from the time of affliction.
Yep. This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 11. For the Lord is full of compassion, mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins.
Yeah, he forgiveth sins. You know, scriptures say, you know, don't let your sins weigh you down. You know, blessed is the man who's not whose conscience is not condemned. You know, who does not fall in his grace in the Lord and his hope in the Lord.
Right.
You know, you gotta remember, brothers, the Lord is forgiving our sins. You know, when we go off. You know, and this is a process. You know.
And look, we ain't got what was it, ash lint or whatever it is for 40 days to be forgiven for sins, man.
You gotta ask for forgiveness.
Exactly.
You know, you gotta pray to Yahweh Shema Shai, and when you're praying yourself, you're humbling yourself. I'm sorry, when you're praying to the Lord, you're humbling yourself.
Yeah.
I said praying to yourself.
You know, it's like, you know, they say you gotta give us something for 40 days. Oh, I'm gonna give up snack cakes. Come on, man. Lord ain't dealing with that, man. But that's the wisdom of this world.
Yep. And it says, saveth in the time of affliction. You can actually read down before I get that whole chapter. It says, it saveth in the time of affliction. You know? So, hey, we're being afflicted here, and the Lord is gonna save us. You know?
But, you know, according to some camps, they say what? There's not going to be any affliction period. You know? So what is that talking about? Well, I mean, what it tells you to ask, we ought to obey the Most High rather than man. You know? Affliction is coming.
Yeah, the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yeah. So it says, verse 12, woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways.
Yeah, it says, woe to be to fearful hearts. You know, those who are fearful.
Yep.
What happened in the Lord? What happened during the time of Judges? You know, all the fearful heart. He told them, hey, they don't need to go to war.
Yeah.
You know, tell
Yeah.
them to stay home.
Yeah.
So, and woe means death and destruction. So, woe be to the fearful or faint-hearted when the Lord sent you know, I believe it was Joshua to go spy out the Hamites. You know,
Joshua and Caleb. Was it Caleb?
Caleb. You know what happened? They were fearful. They were like they were giants. They brought the report back and said they were giants over there. You know, we stand no chance. You know, and I believe those men got destroyed. You know, because they brought a fear to the camp of Israel.
It said 20%.
Okay, go.
But, you know, but when Joshua and Caleb came, what they say? Oh, they're ready for the taking.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
they're
saying?
right for the taking,
They're
you know?
ready for the taking, man.
They didn't have fear for
Right.
hearts, you know?
Done.
Read again.
This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 13. Verse 12. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinners that goeth two ways.
And the sinner that goes two ways, someone who's double-minded, you know?
Unstable.
Yeah, he's unstable. And this knowledge is supposed to keep us stable. He's believing in multiple things.
Right. Flat earth. You know?
He's not whole.
Come on.
He doesn't
Right.
have that sound doctrine. He's not whole, you know? Keep going, bro.
Yep. It says, verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not.
Yeah, so he that is faint-hearted, you know, he's faint. You know, that word faint goes back to spiritless. You know, he's faint-hearted. His mind, he has faith in his mind. You know, that's why Scripture say the race is not given to the swift. You know, this is you gotta be in it for a long. This is the marathon.
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta pace yourself in this thing.
Yep.
So, woe to the faint-hearted, for he believeth not.
Gotcha.
Therefore, he will not be defended. You know.
It says, as brother saying, therefore shall he not be defended.
Yeah, he's not gonna be defended. Why? Because he lacks faith.
Yep.
And if you don't have faith, you're pissing off the Lord. You know, you're not doing that which is well pleasing. It's impossible to please the Lord without faith, without believing in Him.
What did he tell Peter when he was walking on the water? You know, and Peter started to sink. You know.
Thou little faith.
Yep.
You know, it was windy out there. The storm was blowing.
Yep.
You know, but at the time he believed. You know, no matter how much the sea roared, you know, he was good, you
That's
know.
right. That's right. And that's, you know, something we have to keep in mind. Going back to Romans 15:4. You know, we may be in a position where, you know, we're kind of like, you know, scared. But, you know, you got to put your trust in the Lord, man. Put your faith in the Lord. You know, have that faith that the Lord's going to deliver you, man.